This topic is closely connected to the history of apartheid in South Africa and support many African countries gave to the anti-apartheid struggle. 1. How Ghana, Nigeria, and other African countries supported South Africa. Ghana, Nigeria, and many other African countries supported South Africans during the apartheid era 1948 to 1994, when the black majority faced severe discrimination. Ghana's contribution. Ghana was one of the first African countries to condemn apartheid. Ghana supported liberation movements politically and diplomatically. Ghana used international platforms to call for sanctions against the apartheid government. Ghana welcomed South African activists and students. Nigeria's contribution. Nigeria was one of the strongest financial supporters of the anti-apartheid struggle. Nigeria contributed money to liberation movements and educational programs. Many South African students received scholarships funded by Nigeria. Nigeria pushed for international sanctions against the apartheid government. Other African countries. Countries such as Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Mozambique provided support by hosting freedom fighters, offering training camps, providing diplomatic support, helping isolate the apartheid government internationally. The anti-apartheid movement was also led by figures such as Nelson Mandela and organizations such as African National Congress. 2. What if South Africa had not received support? Without support from other African countries, the fight against apartheid would likely have taken much longer. International pressure on the apartheid government would have been weaker. Many activists would have had fewer safe places to organize. South Africa's transition to democracy might have been delayed. This does not mean South Africans alone could not have achieved freedom, but outside African support significantly strengthened the struggle. 3. What are the disadvantages if South Africa maltreats other African countries? If South Africa were perceived as mistreating citizens of Ghana, Nigeria, or other African countries, diplomatic relations could become strained. Tourism could decline. Foreign investment from African partners could decrease. Regional cooperation could weaken. South Africa's image across Africa could suffer. At the same time, cooperation is usually more beneficial than conflict for all countries involved. 4. What if other African countries closed South African businesses? South African companies operate across Africa, including businesses in banking, telecommunications, retail, and other sectors. Examples include MTN Group, Shoprite Holdings, Standard Bank, MultiChoice. If many African countries suddenly closed these businesses, South Africa could face reduced profits from companies operating abroad, job losses in some sectors, lower investor confidence. Call me Obey the Generous Man, your special analyst.